what from your perspective down that final stretch?
Ran out of gas. I mean, we spent so much energy trying to come back and got it kind of going our way. And then, they did start kind of matching up. And it's really hard to tell what they're in because they changed defenses so much. We got a little stagnant a little bit. And, we obviously missed some key people down the stretch that are used to finishing games. We had some kids in there that aren't used to finishing games as part of that. But, it was a tough start because we were all crying to start the tip-off. I don't know if y'all could see the visible tears on our players at tip-off, but that was all worth it. To be able to celebrate Mac like that and for her parents to be able to do that was so cool, such a cool moment. But, the 4 minutes will stand out because we went scoreless and they kind of pulled away after we got it close. But there was a lot of other opportunities throughout the game I thought we kind of squandered a little bit.
About Mac, I mean, it was just a really chippy game all throughout. I mean, I think y'all were already like in some foul trouble, and then you're getting technicals piling up. How do you try and navigate your team through that?
You don't. I mean, you just try to hold on together. You get everybody together, and we did. I thought we did for the most part. We navigated it, but it took so much energy out of us. There was so much emotion. There was obviously a heightened sense for the game because we all read ESPN.com and look at bracketology and all that. And even though they've got the same team in it twice still to this day, it's been up for almost 48 hours, but we still look at it and, it still makes it a big, important game. But it was going to be heightened. Our games with them are always heightened. I mean, it's a physical game. They make you play that way. And I'm not going to do anything to detract from Mac's day. It's a shame that it happened the way it did, but her day will never that light won't stop shining for me just because she didn't get to be out there at the end.
Last thing, I'll ask real quick. I think whenever she got that second technical that ejected her, you walked with her pretty far into the tunnel, just reminding her that
nothing's going to change. No wins, no losses. We're in the postseason 5 straight years. It's only been done since Coach Blair's time. Her legacy's cemented. Nothing about this game, nothing about the rest of this season changes her legacy. Don't let this. I thought about staying back there with her. I really did. I was really worried that if I went back out, I'd end up joining her and it would cost us 2 free throws. And I was trying to channel my inner strolling with Nolan or something. I don't know when Zimmerman had to lead him off. But I just did not want her going back there with anybody but me. Thanks for Dorita to come back there and relieve me. But I was pretty close to not coming back out because I didn't want Mac to have to go. But then Mac said to me, she goes, I'm good. I need the time. So we went back out. But I will remember so much about Mac. That will be so far down the damn list of things I will remember about her. Somebody will have to remind me about it.
You mentioned the bracketology earlier. Y'all are 4 days away from playing, I guess, the number
We're
one
what?
team. 4 days away from playing the number 1 team in the country.
Opportunity, man.
Where does that put y'all as a program, I guess, right now?
We're in the postseason. I know that for a fact. It'll be our 5th straight year to do that, whether we beat South Carolina or not, or whether we end up in the NIT or the NCAA tournament. I'll keep focusing on that and us just continuing to play the best that we can, regardless of who shows up. Obviously, South Carolina's undefeated. They're not unchallenged, but they're certainly undefeated. We'll regroup, and we'll give them a fair shot on Thursday.
And you mentioned some of the offensive challenges you guys had tonight or today. I guess can you just talk about, do you feel that was some of what Vanderbilt was doing defensively, or was it just you guys not getting into a rhythm?
It's always a combination of both, but I think if you look at the first 7 threes we took, they were all good shots. They were probably too many in a row, so we started driving it. We got that number fixed. But we're going to have to be there. If teams choose to stand around the basket and pack the lane, you've got to make a few threes to open it up. And then for us to be able to get to the foul line, they do such a good – they got a great defensive team. Jordan Cambridge is one of the best defensive players in the country, as is Mac, who did a really good job on her while she was in there. But they're hard to score against always, but then when your shot doesn't fall early, you tend to press a little bit, and you tend to get a little bit anxious when you catch it. I thought we didn't pass it great. 14 turnovers is really not many to have against Vanderbilt, but they were timely. They weren't necessarily turnovers. We'd have somebody open, we'd throw it at their feet. We'd have a double team come, and we'd have somebody wide open, and the pass might get tipped or something. So I think it was a combination of them and us, but you got to give them credit. They've been a good defensive team ever since Coach Ralph's got there.
How many times has Sailor beaten you in horse on that shot? And also, what was her injury and how did she come back?
I don't know. I haven't talked to anybody, but I'm guessing she banged her knee because she fell right on top of it. And usually if it's a twist or something, they won't. But Sailor makes a bunch of half-court shots. I think Carly Johnson's leading our team in pregame half-court shots. But, yeah, Sailor makes her fair share. And that was from past half-court, too, wasn't it? Like it seemed like it was about 70 feet. How far did they say? Did anybody say? On the other end? So that's 20 feet, 30. That's, yeah. It's a long way. I don't have the strength to get it there from there, Grant. If she wants to shoot those out there, she's going to beat me every time if she can make one.